everyone, Colin Cadet here for Woodwork Web. And as you can see, things are in a little bit of a turmoil here, and that's because we've been doing some major renovations in the workshop. You'll notice the wall is a little bit different and things are moved around so that we can actually make these videos a little bit easier. Now, we've been doing these renovations for some time and we're almost finished, and that's why you haven't seen videos from us for a while. We do have an extensive list of videos that we're going to be doing in the upcoming weeks and months, so there's lots of neat stuff coming up. But not only in this update that I want to tell you why you haven't seen videos for a while, but during all of these renovations, we came up with a couple of ideas and tips that we thought you should know about. Now, if you haven't seen our video on the little Milwaukee 12-volt system, you might want to have a look at that. As you may know, we're in love with this little system. We think this is just a terrific little set. And in fact, we've done all of our renovations with this drill driver and this little 12-volt drill. And that includes doing major sheetrocking and installation of 2x4s and studs in the walls, which were all drilled in using this drill driver. But during the sheetrock process is where we developed one of our innovative ideas. And as you know, there needs to be a lot of these black screws that need to go into the sheetrock. And you can wear a little apron and keep your screws in there. I don't know what sheetrockers actually do, but they probably have some sort of a system. We're not professionals, so we have to sort of make do with things from time to time. And what we developed was this little Velcro system that you can see on top of this drill. These little circular objects on this drill here are actually magnets, and they're held on by use of this Velcro strap. This is a simple hook and loop with one part put on the back of the driver and the other part is used to hold 3 earth magnets. And because this Velcro, this hook and loop, is double-sided, or it's a sticky back, you can put anything on. In fact, we only had these 3 magnets, and we wanted to be able to use it on the drill and the driver. So on the back of the drill, we also put the other mating Velcro to this so that we could use these magnets on either one. Now here's where it gets really interesting. You can put this on the back of the driver, and when you're doing something that requires a lot of screws, like you do when you're sheetrocking, gyprocking, or whatever it's called in your neighborhood, you can actually take a pack of these things and hold them on there just like that, and then when you're driving, you just need to pick up a screw and put it in the end of the drill, because there's a pack of them being held there and they're on there quite firmly. But it gets even more interesting and more useful for other things than just doing things that you're using multiple screws. Now sometimes, in fact quite often, you find yourself in a position where you're doing or undoing nuts and bolts, and often you can be in a confined quarters, and when you're taking nuts and bolts off and trying to put them in your pocket or keep them from falling away somewhere, you can actually take them off and just stick them onto these magnets. Then you know where they are, so that if you're installing something or uninstalling something, you can actually put that right here. But it gets even more interesting because sometimes you may even be in a position that you're using multiple drivers. You might be using a drill and a driver. You can put the driver there while you have the drill installed, and you simply uninstall the drill, put it on there, and put the driver in. So we found this unbelievably quick little simple system to help give you a third hand when you're in situations that you need multiple things to use with your tool, whether it be screws or nuts and bolts or different types of bits. A great little screwdriver, and even more useful with a very simple hook and loop, a Velcro. You can buy this Velcro at any hardware store. They come in black and white, and it just takes a second to cut them, to put them on there, and you've got a very useful little tip. Now the second tip is using little cans of compressed air in your workshop. Now I've been doing this for years and years. In fact, I heard this tip years ago that if you're using, for example, paints, if you displace the air inside the paint can, I also use it in tung oil, to displace the air, it makes the fluids last longer, because a lot of fluids tend to oxidize or harden with air. And when you use these little compressed air things, and it seems to work, because I rarely have a problem with cans of anything, even though they've been sitting for a while, they seem to last longer. But the real tip with these little canned air is, particularly when you're working in the workshop, you'll notice that I'm always wearing these glasses, and I have them hanging around my neck because I put them on and off. And when you're sheetrocking and you're sanding and you're getting dust coming down, even though you've got a dust mask on, you may still get dust on your glasses, and then it becomes hard to see. And when you're in the workshop, you're getting dust in your glasses, and that becomes a danger, because you sometimes can't see what you're doing. Now, you can blow this off sometimes. You can blow it off, and I'm not a very good blower because it doesn't seem to get off here. But what I find is, if I have one of these handy, I just get a couple squirts on either side, and it clears the glasses. You don't have to wipe them off. Sometimes you get static electricity. This little thing, just a couple little squirts like that, and it works like a dream. Your glasses are instantly cleaned, and it's now a safety thing that you can see what you're doing easier. I just bought a couple new cans. I think they were $10 for 2 cans. The last can I had lasted me 2 or 3 years, so it's not like you go through them quickly, or at least I don't. So there's another little tip. If you wear safety glasses, and you should be, in your workshop, and you want something to clear them quickly, a little bit of canned air, and you can also use it to help preserve your painting and staining fluids as well. I'm Colin Canet for Woodwork Web, and we're going to be back very shortly with a whole bunch of great new videos.